Drake is doing everything he possibly can to spark round 2 against Kendrick Lamar, but from the looks of it, he's already lost before it even started. Now, in this current era of hip-hop, Kendrick Lamar is the one in control. From the music itself to the cultural conversation surrounding it, he's been setting the tone. Every move he makes, whether it's a feature, a verse, or even just a cryptic post, hits harder than ever. He's elevated himself beyond just rap stardom. He's the bar now, and that's exactly what's eating at Drake. Drake, academics, and the circle around them have been trying to shift the conversation, trying to claw their way back into the spotlight that Kendrick now commands. This isn't about dropping better music or having more cultural impact, because Drake knows he can't compete on that level anymore. This is about noise, distraction, disruption. And unfortunately, it's starting to look like a desperate attempt to undermine Kendrick rather than compete with him. What's happening now is something we've never quite seen before. A full-on campaign is forming, an alliance made up of clout chasers, fallen icons, and internet personalities, all coming together with one goal: take Kendrick Lamar down. But let's talk about why now. Why is Drake pushing this so hard? It's because, for the first time in his career, Drake is facing a real downfall. The backlash has been snowballing. Every move he makes lately seems to backfire. Whether it's questionable business decisions, cringe-worthy interviews, or albums that just don't hit the way they used to. He's being criticized more than celebrated. And while he's drowning in this criticism, someone else, Kanye West, is catching a ton of heat too. Yes, he is still out here ranting, spiraling, and causing chaos, but here's the twist. Despite their rocky history, Drake and Ye are now slowly finding themselves on the same side. And why? Because as much as they hated each other, they hate Kendrick more. Kendrick represents everything they can't be right now. Authentic, respected, untouchable. So now, Ye, maybe without even realizing it, is becoming Drake's most valuable asset. Every time Ye goes on a rant and takes shots at Kendrick, it fuels the narrative that Drake's side wants to push. It gives them more firepower to challenge Kendrick's dominance, even if those takes are wild, petty, or just straight up delusional. Ye's been calling Kendrick an industry puppet. He left him off his Rap Kings list. He's saying things that resonate with Drake's fans, with people who are already bitter about how things have turned out for their favorite artists. And Drake's team is eating it up. They're leaning into Ye's comments and using them as the foundation for this new wave of anti-Kendrick energy. And it's not just Ye. DJ Academics, Drake's biggest hype man, is gearing up to release a full interview with Kanye. And if you know anything about how AK moves, you already know what's coming. He's going to let Ye talk reckless, say whatever needs to be said to make headlines, and twist that into more fuel for this bizarre smear campaign against Kendrick. What's wild is this entire plan isn't even really about music. That's the part that makes it all so ridiculous. Because Drake and Ye know they can't drop anything that even comes close to matching what Kendrick's been doing. So instead, they're trying to win with chaos, with narratives, with conspiracy-level drama. They're pushing the idea that Kendrick's success is fake, industry-backed, and somehow part of a system that's designed to keep Drake and Ye down. It's the same tired play we've seen before. When artists lose their edge, they don't change their game, they just blame the game. And what makes this even worse is the circle of people that's forming around this narrative. It's not just Ye and AK. There are all these other internet personalities jumping on the wave. Aiden Ross, for example, another name in this ecosystem of clout and controversy, is getting involved. And the more these people link up, the more delusion gets spread. You've got some of the biggest names in hip-hop history now aligning themselves with the most chaotic forces in internet culture, all trying to take shots at Kendrick because they can't handle the fact that he's just better, period. But here's the thing they don't understand. You can't destroy authenticity with noise. You can't beat real respect with fake narratives. And no amount of interviews, hot takes, or desperate partnerships is going to erase what Kendrick's done. Because while Drake and Ye are out here screaming into the void, Kendrick is silent, calculated, focused. And every time he does speak, whether it's on a track, a feature, or just by being present, he shifts the culture. This isn't just about beef anymore. It's about what hip-hop stands for. Drake and Ye are trying to turn the genre into a circus of victimhood, delusion, and self-pity. Meanwhile, Kendrick is taking it back to the roots. Art, message, truth. And the contrast between them has never been more clear. When we look back on this era, Kendrick is going to be remembered as the artist who stayed true, who elevated the craft, and who reminded fans what rap is supposed to be. Drake? He's already being seen as the guy who couldn't handle losing and started grasping at anything to stay relevant. He's solidified his role as hip-hop's fallen angel, the Anakin Skywalker of the game. Once seen as a chosen one, An innovator who pushed boundaries, shaped sounds, and broke barriers. He's now become the villain, the Darth Vader of rap, teaming up with people he once would have called out, saying things that his old self would have never co-signed, supporting ideas that are the complete opposite of what made him great in the first place. And now, with this upcoming interview between Ye and AK, followed by whatever chaos Drake tries to stir up, we're about to enter one of the messiest and most frustrating moments hip-hop has seen in years. It's not just annoying, it's damaging. Because instead of pushing the genre forward, these guys are trying to pull it back. Back to ego, back to fake drama, back to everything that fans have been tired of. And let's be honest, none of it is going to work. The music still speaks the loudest. And Kendrick's music, it's on another level. No amount of trolling, hot takes, or toxic fandoms can drown that out. Because at the end of the day, the real ones know what's happening. They see through the noise, they feel the shift, and they know exactly who's winning. So, as Drake continues to spiral, as Ye keeps digging himself deeper, and as AK and others ride the wave for views, Kendrick is just going to keep building. Keep elevating. Keep taking win after win. And what's really wild is that Drake's already lost. This isn't round 2, this is the aftermath, and history is already being written. So now the question is, what happens next? Do Drake and Ye actually drop something, or do they just keep talking? Does the noise get louder, or does it just fade away? Whatever the case, one thing is certain. Kendrick isn't going anywhere, and no matter how loud the haters get, real hip-hop fans know the truth. Drake tried to start round 2, but it looks like Kendrick already won.